Hello everybody, how are you today? I am Superfiend, and welcome back to Let's Play Planet Coaster. We're going to pick up where we left off in our park Whacky World. We were going to build the main park entrance, or at least get that started. I don't know how long this will take to do. I'd like to keep this episode in at about 20 minutes. I know the last two were a little bit long. I'd like to focus more on slightly shorter episodes that are a little bit more focused. I'm going to try not to get too bogged down with the park management details. It's really easy to do that in a game like this. Just do a quick overview, make sure that everybody's happy, our marketing campaign is going, we're making money, and the most I want to do is make sure that we are keeping up with our research and not dropping negative on our income. And I'm going to let the park run along at main speed while we design this park entrance. The reason for that is the prestige system, which is here on the rides. It's going to take a little while to get this main entrance built. And after the main entrance is built, I kind of want to do a plaza and then maybe a monorail station. The monorail won't be connected to anything, but I do want to get the station down and then build a couple themed areas off of that. So the next few episodes, I think, are going to be kind of heavily oriented around design and just setting things up for what will become the rest of the park. And then we'll either move these things or maybe just delete them all together. I don't know yet. The jury is still out. So let's dive in here. Excuse me. And I think in keeping with the name Whacky World and the building pieces that we've already used, we're going to stick to the just plain panels. And the first thing I want to do is I want to just kind of get a basic looking wall and design how it's going to look. The walls, I want the walls to sit on the inside of the grid, so I'm going to approach it from this angle. And for now, I'm thinking that we'll probably do, I know this isn't pure white, but we're going to do okay, we're going to do pure white. And the roof piece, we'll probably have something on top. I'm just going to use a one panel piece for now. We'll probably be using a blue color. I just want to see how this is going. That's not blue. That's sort of blue. I'm going to lock the lighting in. Where is it? Right here. I'm going to lock it in at 2 p.m. Okay, that's a nice blue. That's kind of the Planet Coaster blue. I think I might even want to go a little bit lighter than that. Okay. Take the selection off. The selection box around things kind of alters the color a little bit. Okay, so I kind of like that. And I think on the bottom, we're going to kind of want to do a trim outside the building. Probably 1 meter high. Yeah, 1 meter is 3 feet. If you did 2 meters, it'd be 6 feet. That's no longer a trim. And if we change the grid height, okay, we can't adjust the grid height any lower than 2 until we put a flat roof piece. So let's just go ahead and drop one of these over. Now we should, can we change the grid height yet? Okay, grid size, grid height is right there. I'm blind, I was looking at the wrong one. Okay. So we could, oh, that piece is already placed. We got to go into move. There, so we could even place this trim a little bit lower or a little bit higher. For now, I'll make it flush with the ground. And for the trim, I kind of want to do a yellow piece, some sort of yellow. I don't know if I want it to be absolutely pure bright yellow, but the park is called Whacky World, so bright, vibrant colors. That is what a park called Whacky World would have in my mind. Okay. And that looks okay. Let's go ahead and just duplicate this over to here, and we're going to get rid of the wall piece, and we're going to put a shop front piece in there. And let's see. This yellow piece is a little bit too high. I'd ideally like it to be a little bit lower than where this window is, or this opening. But we'll worry about that in a little bit. I'm just kind of making the outline here. Just getting an idea of what the colors are going to be, what the colors will look like, and how it will all come together. And we'll make kind of a few template pieces, and then we'll be able to just slam them down with the duplicate feature very fast and get the building made. At least that is the idea. Let's see if that'll work. And these windows here are kind of the best windows. I kind of want to make ticket booth windows. These are kind of the best windows to do that with. Windows. See, all these other rectangular windows, they look really out of place. I guess this is kind of close, but then when you put multiple copies of them next to each other, it just doesn't work. They need to add more windows that would be appropriate for ticket booths. And this hole here is too big for this, so we're going to do this window this way. And let's see what I'll do. Okay, we're going to center it on the bottom panel, and then just fancy duplicate, Control X, do one that way. You don't have to get it absolutely perfect, because once this building is completely built, we'll be looking at it from far away. But there we go. Let's do that. And we're going to do an advanced move and slide them into the building there. Lift them up. We'll look at it from the other side just to see kind of how it looks. And that's okay with me. I think I'm happy with that. And we'll move it over here just a little bit. Okay, so that kind of serves as a ticket window. It's closed at the moment. And we want to kind of maybe use some scenery piece as kind of like a little ledge or countertop. Usually when you go to these booths at real parks, they have a shelf around them for doing your business on, signing things and setting down your stuff. So let's see what we got in here. Not really liking those. What about wall decorations? Okay, so some of these are just really big and out of place. And what would make a good one? Nope, that's way too big. And I don't know if you don't know this yet, when you're looking in here, anything that has the grid on it, that's going to snap to grid, and anything that doesn't have the grid as part of the background for the icon, that is a freeform object that you can move around as you wish. So the stucco's kind of okay, but I don't think that's what I want to use. Stone balcony. What about if we stand it up this way? Okay, so if we stand it up on the ground and then hit the V key, it won't move around. See, if you hit V, it will align to whatever the mouse is over, but if we hit V, it will stop doing that, and then we can rotate. And what if we use this and did an advanced move and just slid it in to say there, or to there, and then moved it down. Okay, how would that look if we did that on this building, and then we want to line it up with the piece? And I would think that, we'd want it to come out a little bit like this, but then it covers the yellow, and we can't move the yellow in here because the yellow is a grid piece. So let's see. And I'd like to stick to doing this with building pieces. I don't want to use a lot. I don't want to have to duplicate like, 2 of these or 3 of these. See, if I were to do a duplicate right now and then move it in and line it up like this, that kind of serves the purpose. That's kind of okay. But then just to make this one little shelf, we're using 2 pieces. And if you do that all over your park, it really taxes your computer and your hardware, and it kind of limits the overall size and scope of things that you're able to do. Okay, we already looked at the stucco. What about column? No, there could be a roof trim piece that might be appropriate. we can find them in here. Is there a flat horizontal one? Okay, so this could work too. And this roof trim will change according to the grid height. So if we lower the grid height to the absolute lowest. Okay, so we could do something like this. How tall is this on the other side? Does it line up with that window where I wanted? Let's change the color of it for now so that we can make it out. Okay, so we could do something like this. It doesn't line up exactly perfect. It doesn't line up perfect with this opening here, but if we move it slightly above that, then it does kind of work as a nice colored countertop. And we can't move it any further than this. That's as wide as it is. So that's a good option. I kind of like that. I think that fits in better than using this balcony support. So let's go ahead and let's use that again. Where'd it go? It was right here. Let's go ahead and keep this color for now. And let's duplicate this yellow one. And spin it around so that we, let's see, I want to get it on this wall. Oh, we can't do that there, okay. I was going to say I want to put it on this side, but we can't because the white wall itself is there. So let's move this piece instead. And we'll raise it to there. Okay. And now we'll move the yellow piece down just a little bit. And we'll move this one down too. We'll see what this looks like. It's not perfect, you know, if you get right over here and you look at it, you go, you know, the red is a little bit higher than that, but you know what? Most of the time you're going to look at this stuff from way out here. And I think that serves the purpose. So we're going to go ahead and duplicate that and put another one right here. And we're going to lower this yellow piece down to there. So I think that could work. A entrance building focused kind of around this, and then for the rooftop, let's think about the roof for a moment. Flat roof, not flat roof. Pitched roof. Kind of like this metal. So let's just see if we did this. Okay, if we use that for the roof, is there a panel roof? I'm not certain that there is. There might be a flat panel roof. Yeah, okay. So there's no pitched or curved panel roofs. So if we want a sloping roof, we're going to have to use something like that. These castle pieces, they just look really out of place to me on this building, so I don't want to use them. So really this is kind of the best option. Or of course, you know, going over to the other scenery and adding 1,000 pieces to make one 4x4 section or roof, which I'm not going to do. Let's look at the trim here. There is an angle trim that we could use. And if we lower it down to there, that looks kind of nice if you're looking at it from out here. And we could change these colors. I think I'm going to keep the yellow for the beam, but for the blue, let's go ahead and go with black. Yellow and black is a nice color, or a nice combination of colors. And this could work. And then, is there a flat? I wanted to say, is there a flat one of those that could just run along right here? I don't think there is, but there really doesn't have to be. See, we could just take this piece and do this, and it doesn't have anything holding it up, but you'd kind of be fooled into thinking, oh, it's connected to this, so that works. You know, it's an option. I don't know that we would do that. I don't like this little section right there. Okay. So I think this is how we're going to start this. I think this is good. So I'm going to come out of the editing mode. I'm going to move this building, and I'm going to line it up so that it pretty much spans. Remember, this is an 8-meter wide path, so the building should span across it nicely. And we want to move it to about here. Okay. We're going to go back into edit mode, And we're going to go to our wall, arches, and we're going to select this panel half square arch, and we're going to see where this lines up. It's sinking into the ground a little bit. It's not what we want. And when the Sims walk in, they're going to walk in through this area. And the question is where's the entrance going to go? On this side? I think the entrance will go here. And so this can be kind of an extension of the parking lot or whatever it is they use to get into the park. So we're going to go ahead and put this right there. And we'll turn this one this way. And we're going to make a hallway that is that wide. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and select all of these pieces right here. And we're going to duplicate them. And I want them... Let's see. I kind of wanted them to match up with the panel. So maybe if we just select this, and actually let's do it this way. Okay, we'll duplicate that. We'll move it here. We will delete that and delete that. And we didn't get all of our windows. Okay, let's do that again. Did not get all the windows. Okay, as soon as we get this selected right, it's going to be a lot easier, I think, to do what we're trying to do. Okay, we'll duplicate that. Now, see, because we took, is it going to let us? Okay, we can do it on this side. Okay, that's what I wanted. I wanted it to match up with the archway here. I didn't want it to be on the inside of the arch. So that worked. Okay. And now this. Okay, come on. Oh boy. It has to go on the other side for this little trim shelf thing to work out correctly. At least with the yellow. So let's go ahead and forget about the yellow on that side, and we'll just do this. Okay, so maybe the yellow won't be inside here. Maybe the yellow will just be on the outside of the building going around. That would be acceptable. I'd be happy with that. And now we're going to take these pieces. We're going to duplicate those. And where does this want to go? Can we do that? Okay, and we're just going to skip. That one looks too high. There we go. And we'll do that one more time. And we're going to take these two and all of that, and we're just going to move it over here. And then we're going to pick these, or this panel square arch that fits just right here like this. We kind of have an issue here. It's not tall. Oh no, this is fine. It could be like that. I'm going to go ahead and change the color to white. I do kind of like the idea of the archways being a different color than the walls, but for now we're going to stick with the white. We're going to put these here like this. Okay. And if we zoom out a little bit, we can select all of that. We'll duplicate. Make sure it's the same height by using the top of the blue piece on top. Okay. And now we will take this piece, these pieces here. And we will do like so. Okay, that's looking okay. I don't like these gaps right here or right here, but we can take some sort of snapping column piece to fill those in. So I'm not too concerned about that right now. We're just gonna, oops, that one went in the wrong spot. Just gonna fill in these gaps along the top. Okay, see, that's not looking so bad. And now what we want to do is we're going to take everything in here. I want to make sure that I got this window. Okay, we're just going to do that. How much should I get? Whoops. A little tricky sometimes. Okay, that's what I wanted. So we're going to put these like this. Okay. And I'm going to take these ones. Let's try to get a better alignment of the camera. That'll make it easier to select just what we want and what we get. Okay. Okay, that's looking all right. And then we're going to take, let's see here, this piece. No, not that piece. I lied. We're going to take these pieces, we're going to duplicate them this way, and we're going to go ahead and take off the yellow and the red, and we'll duplicate that. And we're going to use this piece to fill in these sections right here. Let's see. Oh, did that go on the inside of this square over here? I wanted it. It's not where I wanted it. Okay, we'll undo those. Select it again. Okay, this is where I wanted it. I wanted it on the inside of this square. Same thing with this one. Now on this case, I want it on the inside of this square. So we're going to do a double rotation. Okay, there we go. We're looking at my time here. We're just hitting the 20-minute mark, so it is taking a little long in the tooth. We might need to break this into 2 episodes. And let's see. I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to break this into 2. Actually, you know what? Forget it. Forget it. We're going to keep going. We're just going to get this this little building done. I'm going to take this and do a little quick now. Put those ones there. I'm going to set these ones like that. Okay. Okay, that's looking all right. And so why did we build it like this? The ultimate goal is we're going to build a lot of park entrances. Let's see. They're going to go this way. They're going to go inside here. Probably on this side. Seeing it automatically joins up nicely with the path. So it'll be like they're walking through all these corridors, buying their tickets, and entering the park. That is how this design is working. That's what we're doing. Okay, let's go ahead and take these. I think we can just do like so. Make it a little bit tall. There we go. How does that look as you're walking up to it? It's not so bad. Of course, all this stuff is in the way. That will change. Let's go ahead and go over to the building pieces. Let's get a basic roof on this. Pitched roof. Let's see. What if we did... If we did that, and then we used... I know there's a flat roof piece that matches. Okay, what if we did that? Selected that whole thing. Rotated it that way. And then took these two. Okay, what if that was our roof? I don't know. I feel like it's a little too tall. I like that a little bit better. but again, I just feel like it's a little bit too tall. How did these pieces get there? I must have selected them on accident. So what if we just drop this whole thing down to there? And if we just set flat roof like this, that could work. Be okay with that. Whoa. And a crazy camera. Okay, that's working all right for me. And then we'll just do this. There we go. Select all of these. And set them up like so. And then I could have sworn that there was like a flat one that had this. Wherever it is, if it's in here, its presence is escaping me. We could probably fake it with some 2-meter pipes. That's probably why it doesn't exist, because if you want to make it, you can just fake it. See if we do it like this. This will work. That's probably why I can't find it. Okay. We'll take that and we'll just duplicate it. And how does it look if we just continue this all the way around the top? Okay. I think that's looking like a wacky entrance or a Whacky World entrance. And we just need to fill in all of this stuff right here, and the majority of this main entrance would probably be considered done. I don't think we need any of that anymore. We got everything we need inside. So let's go over here to the wall pieces. We're going to go ahead and stick with the panel. And this time we need some of the curved pieces to fill in these areas. Like this one will fit in here. I'm going to go ahead and pick a different color. I think this light green might fit in nicely here. Okay, and then we need, we need a 2-meter section, 2-meter piece. There we go. We need a 2-meter here, and need to repeat this one. We can select all of these, duplicate and rotate. Is that not going to let us put it in the spot where we want? Doesn't look like it's going to let us, but we can use it on this side. Okay. And we can pick those two. We can duplicate this. And then move the other copy over here. Duplicate those. Rotate it around and it will fit in there nicely. And then we have these little triangular sections here. Where's my triangle? Let's see. It'd be hard to notice, but when it is all the way up flush on the bottom with the roof tile, you can see that it pokes through the roof a little bit. So I'm going to do one section down. Duplicate these. Do them on this side. And we will duplicate them on that side. And then one more time over here. Going to need to rotate them. Okay, that is kind of an okay park entrance. We just need to dress it up a little bit, and we might need to move it a little bit further away from the path. It's lined up nicely right with the center there, so you'll walk in through gates here, here, there, and then 2 more on that side. I think that is a good stopping point for this episode. We will come back in and spruce this up a little bit on the next one. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful, and we'll see you on the next episode. Have a good afternoon.